Hi, I'm Eric Havens. Nice to meet you. Thanks for taking the time to chat.
Yeah, nice to meet you too, Eric. Thank you.
Firstly, the first thing I had to tell you is I haven't laughed out loud as hard as at a movie as I have during Renfield, and I want to thank you firstly for that. And
That's awesome.
secondly, I just wanted to ask, like when I really after the movie, I was like, how did you do that? Like, how did you take one of the most like classic monsters, scariest things that we've been living with for centuries now,
Yeah.
on top of a story about like codependencies and abusive relationships and make it hilarious?
Yeah, I mean, it starts, I think, when you ground, well, I could put, geez, where do I start? I think it starts with the actors. It starts with the actors, starts with, casting Nick Hoult, casting Nick Cage, starts with a great script by Ryan Ridley and and Robert Kirkman's initial idea. And they're the ones that really put, the lens of our movie on Dracula, and making Dracula a metaphor for a toxic narcissist boss from hell, which felt very intuitive the minute I read it. I was like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And seeing it through Renfield's eyes and this, redemptive, arc that redemption arc that Renfield goes on, to try to overcome his codependency on Dracula. I just felt like a real modern, fresh take and felt like a lot of fun. And the fact that these actors could ground these performances in this material, and we could bring the comedy out of the performance, about the situations that these guys are in the world that they're in. That to me is like, how we kind of, basically were able to get away with, kind of pushing the envelope with all of the craziness and the insanity and the action and gore and all that kind of thing.
Like it almost felt like a tragic Looney Tunes, like a gory, tragic Looney Tune.
Yeah. We definitely reference Looney Tunes a lot for sure, and how over the top we were going to go. Absolutely. And Jackie Chan. Talked a lot about Jackie Chan in the fight scenes and the way we choreograph the fight scenes and stuff like that, like a Peter Jackson, Sam Raimi version of a Jackie Chan scene.
It's fantastic. And when you saw this script, were you laughing out loud, or was it more of like a cognitive, we can make this funny, and the cast really brought it and this is funny?
No, it definitely was a laugh out loud script, and it was Ryan's so irreverent and just created really fun relationships between these characters and really explored it in a really great way. Yeah, he and Kirkman did a really great job building this movie.
And I'd be remiss because Nicolas Cage in this film brings a lot of like full cage, as people like to call it. Was that ever like a dictatorial note that you had to give? Like, could you give us more Cage, please?
Yeah, he comes fully armed and ready to go full Cage, I guess. Nick is such a good and experienced guy. Like, he's got a lot of joy when he comes to set, and he's really he just wants to explore the character. So it's less about like, turning him on or having him go, crazy or any of that stuff. It's more about like, he's all about the character and the scene and the serving the story and serving the relationships and that sort of thing. So that's kind of where a lot of that stuff comes. And honestly, it comes out of like him, humanizing Dracula. He's always looking for something like, what's behind all the supernatural stuff and everything else? Like, what's actually happening in this scene? Like, what are these two people going through? Oh, this guy, Dracula's manipulating, or he's gaslighting Renfield. So he's going to, or Dracula feels betrayed by Renfield. So he's going to get, really jealous and that kind of thing. Like, it's all about what's happening in the moment. And he'll play it as, as big or as small as you want him to. Like, we really did like explore, sometimes we kind of push it. Sometimes we just like really try to make as quiet as possible. And he's incredible range. He's a really wonderful actor.
He is. And this whole film is fantastic. Cast from top bottom. You all did a wonderful job. Just want to say congratulations and thanks for taking the time to chat with us. And I would like to say to everyone watching this, like, please see it in a theater, because comedy is so communal. Like, you really need to see it with a crowd.
It has to be seen in the theater. Yeah. It's just fun to watch with a crowd. Having a great time. Yeah.
Well, thank you again for the time. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Nice talking to you. Nice meeting you.
Yeah, you too. Thanks.